Hey guys, basically I'm back here. I'll just briefly explain before I open this on how this even happened. So basically, a little buddy of mine on Instagram nicknamed Doggo, obviously you can see its full name here, but basically he does a lot of the very good kinds of custom plushies, like the ones that are sewn and not hot glued. As you all know, if you stuck around with the channel, you know most of, if not all, my plushies are hot glued, just like this one of my OC that I have used ever since I made it, which I can't put a date on it because I never can. But basically, Doggo also does like a lot of commissions for some people, and that is they just happen whenever. But basically, he opened those up, and he said OCs were allowed, and so I decided to commission my OC to be made because while yes, this is, I think this is a very suitable OC of mine, what am I saying? A suitable custom for my OC. I do want to have one that is more of a higher quality. Now, obviously, if I want something like that, I would have to get Onash to make it, but obviously, I am not in that whole term of business, and I don't know when or if I'm even gonna get to that. So, I just got Doggo to commission me one, or I commissioned him to make it. So, I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. I'm just gonna open this off camera. Okay, and I think I can literally just pour it out like that. And here he is. He looks so... Here is my OC from Doggo. I really like it. I don't know why. Like, I saw let me just say, I saw the pictures of this guy before he was put up, and he looked really good. He still does, but I don't know why he looks much more goofy in person. I don't know, but I'll just go into this just a little bit because there's not much to go off of, and I mean, I guess I'll do this real quick. You can see the comparison between these two. This one is more upscale, or up to scale with, the Funko plushies, 6 inches. Mine is much more, like, beefier and bigger, well, at least standing up. This is my son. I guess it's important to note that this is what I sent Doggo, for reference, as to how I wanted this plush to look. And I gotta say, he did a really good job on it. I will say, there are things here and there, but, overall, this plush, my general opinion on this plush, just from looking at it, it's very good, and I am proud of it. But let's just go into a little bit of a detail. But even though you've seen my OC a billion times, I don't need to do this, but I will just cause. First of all, the material is like this fleece material that I have used for some of my plushies before. And I gotta say, I'm glad that it works a lot better when it's sewn, because whenever I use fleece material, I don't know why, it just doesn't, it's not bad per se, and it's worked better in some cases, but it works the best when it's sewn. So yeah, I'm glad it was used here. It makes it a little more softer, I would say, than normal felt. It's just a little squishy. There's no real point in critiquing this plush because I commissioned it and it's what I paid for, so there's no point in critiquing it. But if I did need to make any critiques, I will say I do wish this hat was, the thing is, I think this hat is sewn on, or is it sewn on or glued? I can't tell. I think it's sewn on. I don't know, but I just kind of wish it was more set. I wish it was more center like that, but it's a little more like that. Actually, it's I don't know. I might be nitpicky, but for some reason, I feel like my forehead is showing a little bit. You can kind of see a little bit here that it's not like that. Well, my eyes are very close to the top of my hair, but the thing is, this plush was sewn, so I would actually so I'm not gonna judge it. I bet the whole process is very different. I'm not gonna bet on that. I actually know it probably is. I do like, though, how the colors here are more accurate to the OG basically on design, or really just the whole actual design, because the thing about my current one is that it's very, this is much more of a pink magenta color rather than actual purple, and the pants are not, they're very dark. If I could, I might just at some point, just for fun, because I might remake this, but I'm still gonna be using this, and I guess I'll just mention everything that plush is in my series and such, and all my other videos. He's still gonna remain in them if it just caters to that specific plush, but any other videos, any future videos that will include me but not in that form, I'll be using this plush for now on, because this is generally a good a good plush, and I am happy with how it turned out. You can see, you know, he got the BA logo on the back, as it is, you know, for my jacket right here. You know, it's how it should be. It's a little more simplistic, which, you know, that's how I imagine it would be. And, you know, decently stuffed or well stuffed. And, you know, I guess it's pretty obvious. I don't need to mention this, but it's got the sister location body style, or the humanoid body style that Funko has done. And there's not really much else to say, I don't think. I know throughout this video I may have sounded skeptical about this whole plush when I was talking about it and what it did, or what, you know, was done on this plush, but I am still pretty happy with this. I am glad it, you know, I would say it was worth it. So thank you, Doggo, if you see this. I mean, you probably might. Thank you very much for making this for me. I mean, I paid $30 for it, so I mean, I would hope it be made, but thank you. And if you're curious, here he is actually upscale to a FNAF plush, but obviously since it's a sister location body style, he's a little bit shorter. If he was on par with, you know, these, then, you know, it makes more sense. That is it for this little video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can't really ask Doggo at the moment for any more commissions of your OC. He probably will open them again, because you just know how it is. I did it once, went horribly. Only one person did it, and they didn't pay me for 3 months. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you like this guy as well, because he will be almost, what's the word? I am so dumb. This guy will eventually be a permanent change or a temporary change, just depending on what happens in the future. But I will start to use this guy a lot, just cause I want to put those $30 to good use. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Just quickly put this at the end of the video because I realized that this is a plush, and you can squeeze his head and such, so he can be like an egg, or he can be squished like that. That's cool. Oh look, there's spoilers. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching again, and goodbye for real this time.
Stay lit, not like flickering lights. Good vibes and good times go well like chicken with rice. Squad goes, it's me, myself, and I, and just like smart homes. Trust me, the whole club know I arrived. I just wanna step over a velvet rope and people yell my name like a welcome home. Shower me in love, my umbrella's closed. The club going up just like how swellings grow. Put on my finest pair of clothes, club so packed I could barely move. Stepping on my pair of shoes, but I don't care, cause I'm still gassed up.